So I just want to make a video of a new plant that I received. Actually, I bought a couple of new ones, but let's begin with this one here. This one is a desert rose, and I got this one online from Logi's greenhouse. The name of this one is called Adenium Joyful. It's got a very beautiful bloom at the moment. When I received it 2 weeks ago in the mail, it had 3 big buds right here, and one of them had just fallen off. It was in full bloom, full week, and then it fell off. So this one is the one that's done blooming. I have a bud that's about to open up, and this one is still currently in bloom. It looks kind of like brighter pink in the camera here, but in person it's actually a lighter pink color, more of a pale pink. And yeah, I really like this one. It's very cute. It's in a 2-inch pot. I wanted to repot it, but I want to wait until it's done blooming. I don't want to disturb the blooms. So yeah, I really do enjoy desert rose. They are very beautiful. Last year I had purchased this one over here last year, and this one was in full maturity when I bought it at my local greenhouse. This one is probably about 16, I want to say 15 or 16 inches tall right now, and it's been blooming a lot lately. These are finished blooming. There's some more buds forming on some of these branches yet. One flower still currently on the desert rose right now. The rest of them has fallen off. And over here I got some more that's forming buds right now. So I really have gotten lucky with this plant. I bought it in full bloom last year, and actually it wasn't in full bloom. Last year when I bought it, it was just in buds like this, and they open up, the flowers open up after I bought it. And this year I was able to get it to bloom again, so I was pretty happy about that. And it's hard to find these desert rose at at a local nursery. They typically don't sell these very often. And I was really bummed because when I bought this one, I had bought it at full price. It was like I want to say close to $40. It was like $39.99, and I had a 15% coupon from them, because I have earned so many points. So I used that. So I paid like close to $30 some dollars for it. And after like a couple months later, I went back and they had a whole bunch of them. They had it on clearance for 50% off. So there was like a white one, and I kind of regret it because I didn't buy it. And I kind of just was like, oh, I already have one, and I don't know if I can get it to bloom. So I did not purchase another one, the white color one that I wanted. And then I went back a few weeks later, and it was all gone. It was all sold out. So I was kind of mad at myself for not getting another one, seeing that they can bloom in my care. And so I decided that I'm gonna purchase another one. And so this one that I have, it's a smaller size, but it's actually mature enough to bloom right now. So the leaves, you can tell, are a little different. It's longer. It's got the white vining compared to this one, where the leaves are much shorter and rounder, and it has like a yellow vining in the center. These are narrow, longer leaves, and it has these white vining, and there's like these vines running to the edge of the leaf. So yeah, these are a little different. This is a species that's from India. Yeah, I'm very happy about my purchase here. I'm hoping that I can get this to rebloom again next year, or many years after, and I will repot this one as soon as it's done blooming into maybe a 4-inch pot. So yeah, that's all I wanted to show. Well, actually, let's see those 2 new plants that I also got as well. And these 2 are hanging up here. This one doesn't have a name on it, but I got it at my local. It's not my local. I actually drove 45 minutes for this one. It's just a 6-inch succulent, but this is an epiphytic orchid cactus, or epiphyllum. It's some sort of epiphyllum. I don't have a name. There was no tag, but it looks, by the looks of the leaf segments, they look like they're epiphyllums, but they're not like typical epiphyllum like the ones I have here with the long stems and long growth, like these ones. This one looks more like a Easter cactus. It looks like an Easter cactus mixed with the epiphyllum. So they're the leaves are short, and yeah, so they are short and stubby, and I really don't know why they didn't put a name on it. I don't know what the name is. I asked the store if they have a name for this one, and they say no, they just kind of receive like batches of them from vendors, and they don't know what the name of it either. So I'm assuming it's some kind of epiphyllum. Small, maybe a smaller hybrid kind. But I got 2 of them. There was only 2, so I got 2, and the price was $16.99 for each of them. My sister also collects epiphyllum or orchid cactus, and she likes them. And she's got she's got one, a couple of them that are very mature size, and she has one that's been blooming for the last 2 years. So she's quite fond of these, so I decided to buy her one too. Obviously she wanted to pay me for it, so I got 2. This one's a little more thicker in the center, it has more growth. The other one is a little bit more dense. I mean, not dense, sparse. I mean, this is just the right amount of plant in there. The other one actually it's overcrowded, but this one has like longer growth. So she wanted this one, so it's got some the growth are longer on this one. There's a couple of longer leaf stamens that are growing out of this one. And so she wants this one, so I'm going to give her that one when I see her next time. So I just have it hanging in my greenhouse at the moment. And so yeah, that's it. And let's see, since we're filming this today, I just want to show you, I moved my Hoya into my greenhouse here, and it's it's growing out of control. It wants to climb up something, but I haven't been able to repot this one. I've had it in the same pot for the last 3 years, and so it's been blooming for me like pretty much twice a year. I got some buds on here. There's a couple here, this one, and over here too. They're about to open up soon, but yeah, I am going to repot this one though soon. I will get a bigger pot, and I think I'm gonna trellis it, put a trellis on it so it can climb up. I haven't taken really good care of this one this year. It's got some burn. It's gotten some sunburn on this one. I put in my greenhouse. I don't think they need that much light, but I don't know. They seem to be blooming for me all the time, so I actually probably gonna keep it. It's nice if I have a nice size specimen. This one I only got it for like $15 at Lowe's a couple years ago, 3 years ago. And right here I have my Dendrobium nobile, which is in full bloom right now. It was in buds 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, and all the blooms have opened up, and they were smelling so good for the last 2 weeks in the greenhouse here. It's got a nice strong fragrance. This one I've had it for the 3rd year now, and it's been blooming every summer for me. Usually blooms around this time, July, for me. I just have it growing in hydroponic system with clay pellets. So I have just like a container with some holes here, and then I pour the water in, and then any excess water drains out, and then there's always water sitting in the bottom of the pot. So it seems to really like that, and I have not had any problems with this plant. I just water last in the winter time, and summertime I keep it water all the time. And yeah, it's bloomed for me for the last 2 years. The first year I bought it was in bloom, but it bloomed in September. So the last 2 years it's bloomed in July. So I'm very happy with this dendrobium. I would definitely keep this one. This one's a keeper. Anything that blooms for me every year, I will definitely keep it. And so that's my update on some of my new plants and the ones that are in bloom. And let's see, this is my gasteria. These are the flowers. Some of these are finished blooming. So that's how it looks. Gasteria flowers. I want to say the stalk is probably about 2 feet long, maybe 24 inches. It's still in bloom. Let's see what else is in bloom in my greenhouse here. I just have that tiny crown of thorns that's still in bloom. This one has white blooms on it. My desert rose is still in bloom. Another one of my crown of thorns, in and out of blooms. This one's always blooming, non-stop. This one's been blooming quite a lot too, non-stop. And I have this other one here that's in bloom as well. So this is the year of my crown of thorns in bloom. I'm very happy with them. Got a lot of them to bloom for me this year, more than usual, so I'm very happy with that. So the blooms start out like this. It's pink and green, and then it fades to a very dark pink color like this. Isn't that pretty? Prettiest bloom that I've seen. This is one of my favorite ones. I like that one a lot. And up here I have a mini orchid, a mini cactus. Oh my god, I can't talk. I have a mini orchid that's in bud right now. This is a very small Encyclia vitulina. It has orange flowers. You can tell that the buds are orange right now. It's gonna open any day now. This is a very small size orchid. I just have it in a hanging basket. It's in a 3-inch pot, and yeah, it's pretty small. And that's the name of this Encyclia vitulina. So I'm happy about that. Even though it's such a small orchid, it's actually in bud right now. So I'm very excited to see this in bloom coming up. And here is one that I've been waiting for to go into flower. This is my Pechora Vanda Pator Delight that I got last year. That was on clearance at Stein Gardens. They had sold originally like $39 on sale, but I bought it on clearance and it was very dehydrated. The leaves are all very wrinkly and dehydrated when I bought it, and the roots were, most of them were dead. And I've been just soaking it pretty much every night when I got it, and it perked up after a while, and so I had it hanging in my south-facing bathroom window all winter long. And then in the spring I brought it out to my greenhouse here, and look at that, I got two I got two stalks, flower stalk on them. So one here and one on this side here. So I'm very happy about this one. It was worth watering them every day. I don't always water every day. Sometimes I forget about it, and I don't water until like 2 days later. But most of the time I try to remember and water. I soak it in the sink every night when I come home from work, or in the greenhouse here I put it in a bucket of water every night, and then just put it back up here during the day. And so yeah, it's in bud right now. 2 flower spikes I have on this one. So I'm very excited about this one, and I will make a video on it when it's in bloom. And that's all the flowers that are blooming in my greenhouse right now. Some of them, this one is not blooming yet, but it's in spike. And also this orchid, when it opens up again, or when it opens up for the first time. Not again, I only had this one for a year. I was sure to make a video of this one too. So first year blooming, I'm assuming it's not a very big one, but I am excited to see what this one looks like. So I will make a video on it when it's in full bloom. All right, that's all for today. See you next time. Bye.